Bangkok, the vibrant capital of Thailand, is a city accustomed to the rhythms of tropical heat and the bustling energy of its inhabitants. But on March 30th, 2025, the ground beneath this bustling metropolis shook with a ferocity that no one could have anticipated. A powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake, originating in neighboring Myanmar, sent shockwaves rippling through the city. The tremors caught many off guard, shaking buildings and sending people scrambling for safety. The initial fear soon gave way to a sense of relief as the tremors subsided. It seemed at first that Bangkok had escaped the worst of the earthquake's wrath. However, as the dust settled, a chilling sight emerged in the city's skyline. A single, partially constructed skyscraper, its skeletal frame rising high above the surrounding buildings, had buckled under the strain. It lay in ruins, a stark reminder of the earthquake's devastating power and the fragility of human constructions. The image of the collapsed building, a 33-story structure still under construction, sent shockwaves through Bangkok and beyond. It stood in stark contrast to the surrounding cityscape, where numerous other high-rises, some even taller, remained standing. This unsettling discrepancy raised a host of questions, the most pressing being, why did this particular building collapse when others withstood the earthquake's force? The building in question was intended to house Thailand's State Audit Office, a symbol of government oversight and accountability. Now it had become a symbol of something far more troubling: potential negligence, questionable construction practices, and the human cost of cutting corners. The fact that this was the only major structural failure in a city dotted with construction projects amplified the concerns. It pointed to the possibility that this was not simply an act of God, but a man-made disaster waiting to happen. The collapsed building was a joint venture between Thailand's Italian Thai Development plc and a company that quickly became the focal point of scrutiny. China Railway No. 10, Thailand, Limited. This subsidiary of the Chinese state-owned giant, China Railway No. 10 Engineering Group Company, had been making significant inroads into Thailand's infrastructure development sector. Established in 2018, the company had secured several high-profile projects, including office buildings, railway lines and roads. These projects were seen as a testament to the company's growing influence and ambition in the region. However, a closer look at its financial records painted a less than rosy picture. Despite the impressive portfolio, the financial health of the company was under question. In 2023, the company reported a net loss, raising questions about its financial stability and its ability to handle large-scale projects. This loss was a significant blow to its reputation. Moreover, the company's relatively short track record in Thailand meant that it lacked the long-standing reputation and experience of some of its competitors. This inexperience was a critical factor in the scrutiny it faced. This lack of a proven track record, coupled with the financial concerns, fueled speculation about whether the company had prioritized speed and cost-cutting over safety and quality. The implications of these decisions were now under intense examination. The investigation begins, a race against time. As the dust settled and the initial shock subsided, the Thai government launched a full-scale investigation into the building collapse. The scene was chaotic, with emergency responders working tirelessly to manage the disaster site. Deputy Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul, recognizing the gravity of the situation, ordered an urgent inquiry, giving the expert panel a tight deadline of 7 days to determine the cause of the disaster. The pressure was immense and the clock was ticking. The investigation promised to be complex and multifaceted, involving numerous experts from various fields. It would delve into the building's design, scrutinizing every detail to uncover any potential flaws. The quality of materials used, ensuring that they met all required standards and specifications, and the adherence to building codes and safety regulations, which are crucial for preventing such tragedies. The investigation would also scrutinize the roles of both construction companies involved, looking into their operational practices, examining their practices, and any potential oversights or negligence. Every aspect of their involvement would be under the microscope. The pressure was on to provide answers, not just for the victims and their families, who were left devastated by the tragedy, but for the entire nation, which was watching closely and demanding accountability. The outcome of the investigation would have far-reaching implications, potentially leading to significant changes in policies and regulations, potentially impacting Thailand's construction industry, and setting new standards for future projects. Its relationship with foreign investors, who were closely monitoring the situation, and public trust in government oversight, which was now more critical than ever. Searching for survivors, a glimmer of hope in the rubble. While the investigation got underway, a desperate search and rescue operation was in full swing at the disaster site. Time was of the essence as hope dwindled with each passing hour. Rescue workers, using every tool at their disposal, toiled tirelessly to locate survivors trapped beneath the tons of concrete and steel. Thermal imaging drones, their sensors capable of detecting heat signatures even through layers of debris, became indispensable tools in the search effort. These aerial eyes provided a glimmer of hope, allowing rescuers to identify potential survivors and direct their efforts with greater precision. As each hour passed, the number of confirmed casualties grew, a grim testament to the scale of the tragedy. However, amidst the heartbreak and despair, stories of resilience and miraculous escapes emerged, offering a beacon of hope in the face of overwhelming loss. The human cost lives lost, and a community in mourning. The Bangkok building collapse was more than just a structural failure. It was a human tragedy of immense proportions. As of March 31, 2025, just one day after the earthquake, the confirmed death toll stood at 17, a stark reminder of the fragility of life. However, the true extent of the tragedy remained unknown. With 83 people still missing, most of them construction workers, the death toll was feared to rise significantly. Families of the missing clung to hope, praying for the safe return of their loved ones. The incident cast a long shadow over Bangkok, a city known for its resilience and spirit. The community rallied around the victims and their families, offering support, condolences, and a shared sense of grief. The aftermath, lessons learned, and a call for change. The Bangkok building collapse served as a stark wake-up call, not just for Thailand but for countries around the world grappling with rapid development and the challenges of ensuring safety and accountability. The tragedy was a grim reminder of the potential consequences when safety protocols are overlooked or inadequately enforced. The incident highlighted the importance of stringent building codes, rigorous inspections, and the need for continuous monitoring to ensure compliance, and a culture of transparency and accountability in the construction industry. It became evident that without these measures, the risk of similar disasters would remain high. It underscored the need for greater scrutiny of foreign companies seeking to capitalize on emerging markets, ensuring that they adhere to the highest standards of safety and quality. This was not just a local issue, but a global one, ensuring that they adhere to the highest standards of safety and quality. The international community watched closely, recognizing the universal implications. In the aftermath of the tragedy, there were calls for reform, for greater oversight, and for systemic changes to prevent future occurrences, and for a renewed commitment to prioritizing human life over profit margins. Families of the victims demanded justice and meaningful action. The hope was that the lessons learned from this disaster would lead to tangible changes, with new safety measures being implemented across the board, preventing such tragedies from occurring in the future. Community meetings and discussions became more frequent, focusing on safety reforms. Only then could the victims of the Bangkok building collapse truly rest in peace. The collective hope was for a safer, more accountable future.